Join me on an epic adventure as I take on the ultimate challenge of visiting all 8 water parks at the Wisconsin Dells Wilderness Resort in one day. I'm going to take you around to see the thrilling slides to relaxing lazy rivers. We're going to explore each unique park, showcasing the best attractions and hidden gems. Watch as I race against the day to go ahead and share tips with you and maximize your time to experience the most fun at the wilderness. In this video, we're going to go ahead and take a look at all of the Waterparks' top rides and attractions. I'm going to share some of my personal thoughts and must-tries. And then I'm going to give you some tips on planning your own water park afternoon at the wilderness. So whether you're a thrill seeker or planning a family vacation, this video is really going to help you because I am going to show you all the ins and outs of all 8 water parks at the wilderness. Let's get started. Alright, we are going to start with everyone's favorite, the Wild Water Dome Water Park. This one is indoors. It's open year-round. Now again, you always want to check the Wilderness's website just to check for specific hours and if they're doing maintenance or updates, if it could be closed. Now, one of the big things about this, which is number 1, it is the largest wave pool indoors. So one of the things that I love about this wave pool is you see that really cool ceiling? It actually lets in sun, so you can sunbathe year-round. It lets in the natural light, so be sure to bring your sunscreen. And all of the plants, they're very tropical, so it has a very warm tropical feel in there. It's really nice. You're going to like it. Now, as we come around the back side, there is some more fun rides back here. A lot of people don't know that one's back there, but it's called Dueling Mammoth. It's a large family ride. And it's a big raft ride, and what's cool is they actually have a conveyor belt so you don't have to take the raft up with you. Now again, here's another view of that wave pool. Off on the right-hand side, you can see some really cool cabins and villas. We have stayed at those before, so I will link some videos if you are interested in taking a tour of what they look like. They're amazing. There's also the Mini Mammoth Cove. It's a zero-depth play lagoon for little kids. There's water spray jets. There's a couple of slides, some water buckets. Really fun for the whole family. Now, what I like about that is that it's just off the wave pool, so for kids that are just a little bit bigger, they can kind of go around that current just a little bit, and they're able to kind of enjoy some of the wave pool. Don't forget, when you're at the Wisconsin Dells, take a picture and tag the Wisconsin Dells Instagram account, and they will sometimes refeature your video, or your photo. Now we're coming around the back side of the wave pool. One of the things you'll notice that there are these amazing lounge chairs for the parents to sit on, where if you sit in one of those, the waves can kind of crash up on your feet, which is really nice, very relaxing, and you don't have to go into the waves. There are quite a few places to eat here as well. There's the Woolly Eatery, and they have like salads, pizzas, everything like that. There is a shake shop. There is Survivor's Bar and Grill. And then they also have a Dippin' Dots location here. Now, we are going to take the walk back in just a moment, but there is a shortcut where if the outdoor area is open, you can actually cut through an outdoor water park to get to another location from here. So kind of a sneak area way to get back and forth. Now, especially in the winter months, if you check in, you can start using the water park even before your room is available. You can also, if you check out at 11, can also use the water park. One of the tips that I suggest, you may want to look into getting a cabana. These are the cabanas inside of the water dome. Really like them, really nice private space, or if you have little ones, really nice as well. If you're interested in a cabana, you can scan this code, go ahead and find out prices and everything like that. Now, for those adults without kids, this is the coolest place. Right over here is Margarita's indoor-outdoor swim-up bar. One side you can actually just walk up to the bar and enjoy. The other side, it's actually a full pool that goes outside. Next, we have the really fun outdoor New Frontier Water Park. It is an outdoor, seasonal, summer-only park. Now, I am going to tell you just before we get started, this is probably one of the Wilderness's busiest outdoor water parks. Now, let me tell you why. It is hubbed between 2 water parks that are indoors. Right there, that little triangle-shaped one, that is actually the wave pool. So you get a lot of times where during the summer months, You will get people that'll hang out in the wave pool, and then they'll sort of funnel out into this, or vice versa. So this area does get very busy. Now I filmed it early in the morning so that you can get the sun looked beautiful, so I thought let's go film. And this space, it's about 70,000 square feet of water park. And you can see it's hubbed by all types of hotel rooms, so a lot of people face in and can kind of overlook it. So there are relaxing pools. There are water slides. There's a lazy river out here. Now it's on the other side, so we'll get over there in a second. There's a small area for the kids to play, and there's a lot of seating and lounge chairs. Now I will tell you, we were there over a holiday weekend, and I didn't have to fight to find 4 areas for us to sit. Like, we were able to find 4 chairs very easily. All right, so some of the different slides that they have what they call the Prospector's Creek. It's a 600-foot lazy river. There's the Gold Rush Tube Slide, which is a 400-foot tunnel slide, and you start at 40 feet up in the air. There's also a Gold Rush Body Slide, which is an open flume ride that launches again off that tower. So you can see that tower right there. You go off either side depending on which one you're going to go on. There's also a pool. And then there's a banana slide, which are short body slides for little kids. This area also is the outdoor area where that margarita indoor-outdoor swim-up bar is, which I think is great. To be able to come outside. I never even, in the number of years that I have gone to the wilderness, which is more than 20, I can tell you, I never knew that margarita pool actually came outside. Like, I was mind blown when I walked around and found that. So there's something that I'll share with you that even I, who have been here many times, learned something very new. Now, the other thing that's very cool, and we will see it one more time on my walk over to the right, there is, right on the other side of, you can see there's like a sign in those green slides, there is something that they call the Eagle's Nests. It is a private, one-of-a-kind cabana that's 10 feet up in the air, up on a pool dock. And basically you could overlook the entire area. And it's a special cabana because it does hold up to 25 guests, and it includes VIP service. This area is just so beautiful. Tons of slides for the family. Here is all that seating, lots of it. And as we come around this right-hand side, you can see this is the Toddler's Cove. This is that zero depth area I talked about earlier. It has the giant mushroom where the water comes down over it. There's a tree swing, which the little ones absolutely love it because then they can kind of dip their feet in there, but you don't have to worry about them falling or, getting in the water. There's also a couple of small slides, bubbling geysers, and then a couple of the adorable little animals that they have all over the wilderness for the kids to play with. So this is, again, another nice little area where if you have older kids, they can go on some of the bigger rides. Little ones can go on the smaller ones. Now, I flipped over to the other side so you could take a look here. This is where you're going to find that Prospector Creek, the 600-foot lazy river. You are also going to see some other rides that are indoors. Here's more of a kids area. They have got little water things. They can run through little trees that sprout water, which the little ones just love this. So, really fun area. All right, the water park that is connected to this, that connects over to the wave pool, is the Klondike Cavern Water Park. This is an indoor, open year-round. Again, any of these, just be sure to check the Wilderness's website to double check hours. Now, this one has 65,000 square feet, and it has the popular Hurricane, which was that very large circular kind of thing that we saw outside. There's a couple of tube rides, body slides. There is a really great lazy river, which is absolutely perfect. There's an indoor-outdoor hot tub that does go year-round. I have been here at Christmas time when it snows, and I have been in that hot tub getting snowed on. It's amazing. The other thing that's great about this area is there is the Bonanza Bluff, where the kids have the dumping water buckets, water blasters, slides. This is actually the output of the hurricane ride, so you can see a little bit in there. My husband went on it and he said it was a little scary because if you have a lot of adults on it, because you can fit up to 4 people, it goes pretty high. And he was like, I thought I was going to tip, but he didn't. He was all good. He had a great time. Now, as we're going straight around this lazy river area, you can see there's the kids indoor area. What I do like about this lazy river is a lot of those double inner tubes do have, where, like if you have a little one that can't swim, they have the mesh so they can't fall through the slide. Now, over here to the right, we're going to just come around this little pathway. And off to the right, this is where you would go back outside where we just were, or to the water dome. So just know, it says here you can get to it via a staircase. That's only during the winter. During the summer, you can actually go right outside, walk through outside, and come right back in. So just know that there is a walkway, so you don't have to get cold in the winter. But if it's summer, by all means, just walk through outside. It's really nice. So again, here are some more water slides you can check out. All right, so back here, you are going to find the mine shaft drop. There are 2 twisting 300-foot body slides, the claim jumper challenge, which are 2 400-foot tube slides. And you can see you got to go all the way up the stairs for those, and you do have to bring your tubes with you. Word of caution, if you are standing right there and you don't want to get wet, don't stand there if you hear people screaming, because before they come out the tube, adults will just completely soak you. Completely funny, though. Like, my daughters were not watching, and an adult came down that tube slide and just soaked. So, tons of fun. Now, the next thing we're going to see is the Bonanza Brook. It's a 400-foot lazy river. And then there's Bonanza Bluff, which is 50 play and spray features. There's a huge bucket that'll drench everyone's there. There's a couple of small foot body slides, like that purple one there, which that is the perfect one if you have kids who are just starting to be interested in going on water slides. This area is big enough for them. So I almost feel like you could kind of gauge these parks based off age. Don't get me wrong, there's still enough to do for all age levels, but like if your little ones are like, I'm ready to try a slide, Mom, that's the slide to go to, that purple one. Again, the lazy river goes all the way around. Off on the right hand side here, you can see there is basketball, indoor and outdoor. In the winter, they leave the basketball area open, but they will block off so that, you know, the cold doesn't come in. And then there is a hot tub on the other side, which is an indoor and outdoor hot tub. Moving on to the Wild West Water Park. It's indoor, open year-round. Again, double check hours. This is one of the newest updated areas. It is, again, 70,000 square foot. They did add this brand new area called the Yeehaw Watering Hole. It's a swim-up bar, and they have reimagined Western-themed cabanas. So if you see the little town in the background, those are all cabanas that you could rent. The other thing that's nice is this is all an adult only, and they do card before you go into the water. So it's a nice place to watch a football game, have a couple drinks, chill out, and just sort of relax and enjoy. With the cabanas, again, just be sure to book those ahead of time. A lot of times they don't have them day of. All right, the next place we're going to move on to is the Ransack Ridge. It's a children's play and spray area. You can see in here there are quite a few different options. There is a bunch of rides in the back, so we'll take a walk back there in just a minute. But what I like is this is another place that if your kids are just a little bit older and they're really starting to enjoy water slides, this is a great place, although just know adults can go on these water slides too. I don't know if there's a weight limit, but I can tell you that I did see plenty of adults go on this. One of the things I do love is there is the water bucket, so if the kids want to get soaked. The other thing that's interesting about this area, you can see all kinds of little spray things. If you just walk underneath, you're already going to get drenched, so just know that that is just going to happen. There's also some water slides off on the right-hand side, and then this really fun red one that we'll go take a look at in just a moment that actually twists and you kind of spin out into a circle. Here comes the bucket. Best part, of course. Now, I will give you a warning, that bucket does splash more than some of the other ones, so if you're standing right on the edge and you don't want to get soaked, just take a couple steps back. Now, if we turn around, there actually is a little kids area. So again, if you have, depending on your age ranges, right, you're trying to find things for everybody to do, there is another small kids area. You can see there's some water features they can play with, a slide, a couple more of those little swings where you put the kids in the little swing and then they can touch their toes into the water. And then it's very shallow, so you could sit on the edge and hold your child and really enjoy that time. Now, this is one of those slides that the first time my kids did it, they laughed so hard. It's almost like you're getting flushed down, if you will. So you come down the red tube, you come all the way through, and then you kind of spin a little bit before getting up and out. Really fun. I haven't seen one of those in an indoor water park in a long time, so it was really fun to have such a different kind of adventure. Now you say, okay, I've got all this stuff for little kids. What do I do with my teenagers? Around back, we've got a bunch of new things. Now, these are all brand new water slides on the back here, these red ones, but there's even bigger slides if we turn to the right, which we will in just a moment. This area is going to have a couple rides such as the Black Hole. It's an adrenaline pumping thrill slide with lots of spins before you drop into the unknown. So dark. There's the High Plains Hot Springs. There's a hot tub back here, indoor, outdoor. They just ask nobody under 6. There's the Fantastic Voyage, which is a 4-person raging raft ride. And again, you can see there's a person standing on there. You don't have to take that tube up. You do have to take the other ones, though. Now, one of my favorite rides back here, it is the Twisted Trails. Now, if you haven't seen it before, think of 2 racing tube rides, so you could have up to 4 people, or one person, racing each other down these tubes, and they kind of intertwine, and there are moments when you can actually see each other. So it's really fun. You can see who's ahead, who's behind. It lights up, gets darker. Really fun ride. The other one that's down there is the Warped Wagons, which is a dual mat racer. And this area, your teenagers will be here for quite a while. Because the racing one that I talked about, totally fun. The Fantastic Voyage, totally a blast. These are the best of all of them, so you definitely have to go and try these if you like water rides. So the next area we're going to go to, it's just outside of this Wild West area. Now, I am going to tell you, of all of the outdoor water parks, this one is my favorite. And I'll be really honest, I kind of don't want to tell you about the Lake Wilderness Water Park. Again, it's an outdoor seasonal summer. It is my absolute favorite. I don't want to share it because it's too fun. No, of course I'm going to share it with you because we all don't travel there at the same times. And this one is worth it to go to the summer. As far as I'm concerned, this one is the best to me. Now, it is a little smaller. It's only 40,000 square feet of adventures, but there is a 13,000 square foot swimming pool. It's huge. And they jokingly refer to it as their lazy lake because in the middle, if you look, see all those little chairs? It's their lounging island in the middle. Let me tell you how much I love that. My kids could swim, I could keep an eye on them, and if I needed to help them, I could literally jump right in and help them. The other thing that's really nice is in the far back there, you can see there are some tube and body slides. There's water volleyball, which we saw people playing full-on water volleyball. I have never seen that before, but it was so much fun. We were there over a holiday weekend. I was there early in the morning. There's also basketball pools. There's a lap pool. There's a hot spa. There's also a bubbling spa, I guess we could call it. And there's also a bunch of kids areas. Now, in this area also, just so that you know, there is a snack shack. There's also a Mama Tiger Korean barbecue. And right inside that little brown building you see there on the right, now it's on the left, there's actually go right up in there, and there's additional food because that's right off of the wilderness. Like there's a whole laser tag, and I have a bunch of videos on all that. So if you're interested in finding out more about that, be sure to go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And I do have a whole section all about the wilderness at the Wisconsin Dells. So I have a lot of content for you. I don't work here. I absolutely love it. It is my favorite. I love to do travel and adventures and share things to help you plan. So let's go ahead and talk about this a little bit more. Now, the other thing I really liked was not only was there the loungy area for me, but there was also water, like babbling waterfalls. And so it was really relaxing. And even when the kids would scream or yell, it was still relaxing, which I think is part of any vacation, right? Finding that moment to just be calm and relax. All right, over here on the right-hand side, you are going to see this is a children's wading pool. There's all kinds of activities with water sprays. There's some more critters, a couple of slides, some little bubbling spray features, which are fun. And when we were there, the kids were everywhere, and they really loved it. And it looked like just such a fun place for parents to get to have some good quality time with their kids. This little bridge will take you to the other side where there are cabanas out there. Those cabanas were very popular as well. There's also the Rafters Rage Tube Slide, which is a 300-foot slide with twists and turns. There's a body slide that's 220 feet, built for speed. My little one, she is my daredevil, and she is 49 inches tall, and she was, oh my gosh, she did that slide, I think 6 or 7 times, and every time she came out, she loved it even more. There's these 2 big racers, which are similar to those big white racers we saw at that other park. And then off to the left-hand side, do you see that little bubbling area? It was actually like a jacuzzi, but in pool water. So like when it's hot out, you could actually just sit in there and relax and enjoy, and you never felt like you were getting overheated. There's also a floaty alligator back there, which is kind of cool. Now, over this way, again, you can see there are rooms that do face this. But you can see this is just a basketball area. There's a lap pool. And then over to the right, there's actually a adult-only hot tub. So that's really nice too. Like if you are there on, you know, a getaway for the weekend, or you're on a honeymoon, or you're on just a date weekend, or whatever the case may be, that's the adult-only hot tub, which I think that's great that they have that available. So this is truly one of my favorite places. This is where we actually spent almost our whole last day of this trip. This one is my favorite. Be sure to get there early though, because this one also fills up very quickly. Now, one of the things I love about the wilderness is that all the water parks are included no matter where you stay. If you come around this way into the Lost World Water Park, which again is an outdoor, seasonal, summer-only water park, this is actually surrounding all of the condos. So that would be the condos not only for the wilderness, the 2 and 3 bedrooms, like if you're going to stay at the convention center. This is actually right by the convention center. So you would either be staying at the Wyndham, which are rooms on the right-hand side of the horseshoe of the condo area, or you would be staying at the Glacier Canyon Lodge, which is the condo, if you will, side there you see to the left side. Now, here's the thing. All the water parks are included, so even if you stay in the condos, you still have access to all of those, indoor, outdoor, all of them. A lot of people think that just because they're staying at the condo, they can only go to this one. Not true. They also have shuttles, and during the summer, they actually have golf carts that cruise around in the condo area specifically to get you from one area to another. Now, let's talk about this Lost Canyon area. All right, they have a lot of things out here. So there is the Lunar Loop and Cosmic Drop thrill slides. These are 5-story tall slides that have taken the water parks to the brand new extremes. And that's word for word out of their website, right? So these water slides are not meant for kids whatsoever. You can see them back there in the blue and red. And basically they're the ones where they're the launch capsule. You stand in there and the door closes on you and the floor gives out. Now, one of them, which is absolutely crazy, I could not do it, but if you are brave, I give you kudos. The blue one that you see that kind of loops up around in the back, that one actually drops you from the bottom and loops you upside down. So I know there is a weight limit on that, so definitely check that out if you're thinking about it. There's also the Halley's Comet Racers, which start at an enclosed flume, and you go on a mat, and you twist and turn, and then you go through a drop, and you can race each other. There's also the Lost World Adventure River. That's what we're looking at right now. Now, I'm going to tell you, we stayed in the condos before 2 years ago at Halloween. Loved it. And we went out to the balcony, and I went, wait a minute. That lazy river has a conveyor belt. It does. It's so cool. It's actually a 2-level, upper and a lower. And when you go to the upper level, you actually take a conveyor belt all the way up to it. Then it breaks off into 2 areas. You can decide if you want to go on the more adventuresome part of the river or the more relaxing part of the adventure river. Then when you're done being at the upper level, you actually take a water slide all the way back down to the first level. It's a lot of fun. I will tell you, if you're there during a really busy holiday time, it gets very backed up. And there was about a 7-minute line to get down the little water tube to the lower level. But again, considering everything, that's not horrible. There's also Crocodile Cove, which is an island pool, perfect for lounging. There's also Fossil Falls, which is a dinosaur-themed play area for the kids, again with a tipping bucket. There's also Dino Mania, which has hoops for water, basketball, lily pad walking across. There's also 3 outdoor hot tubs. The other thing that's out there too, they do have cabanas here. And there was a really cute spot where if you were at the end of the lazy river, you could actually just sort of coast off to the right-hand side, and you would end up in a little play area for the kids. So that was really kind of a fun surprise. This one is a lot of fun. For me, this one, I think my family wasn't quite ready for it for our age level, but if you have older kids, I think this area is perfect. Lots of space for them to run, play, and be teenagers. All right, the next place we're going to take a look at is Cubby's Outdoor Water Park. Now, this is located at the Wilderness on the Lake, which is about a 15-minute drive from all of the other locations we have looked at already. Now, this one is seasonal. Again, be sure to check their hours. There is some construction happening at Wilderness on the Lake as we speak, so this might be open longer this year, 2024, than normal, but it is stunning. We love the Wilderness on the Lake. Most of those are 2 or 3 bedroom condos. They have a hot tub and a fireplace out in this screened-in area overlooking Lake Delton. It's absolutely beautiful. And we've been there so many times in the winter, and this was the first time we actually were here in the summer. And I fell in love with this pool. It is so beautiful and relaxing. You can see that there is a lot there. There's a huge infinity pool with a vanishing edge that looks over the lake. There's a small play and spray area over here. We're going to go take a look at that. Again, one of the things that I really love about the Wilderness is that they do offer all of these different types of spaces for the kids. So you can see there's a cute little animal they can play with. There's a duck, there's a bear, there's little water features, there's a little slide, and again, those perfect little swings, which are perfect for toddlers. You know, if they're not walking yet, but they're just big enough that they want to put their feet in, They sit in those little things and they can kind of kick the water, and they seem to have such a good time. And as we walk around, you can see that there is actually a walking trail down there, and you can rent out some boats, some pontoons. This view is just beautiful. It's just like, okay, my video shows it good. It is so much more beautiful in person. We spent quite a bit of time just watching the boats. It's very relaxing, hanging out either in the hot tub here or that infinity pool. It is such a great way to unwind. So what we really like to do is to go to all the other parks during the day and then end our night here. Because you need to kind of get the kids to calm down. You need to unwind a little. The parents need to unwind a little. And that is what this location really, really does well. I do want to take a quick moment and just say thank you so much for hanging in there. We're almost to the end of our tour. I hope that this is inspiring you. I absolutely love to make these kind of videos to help you with your planning. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope you're starting to think about which one of these is your favorite, because I would love for you to comment that down below. Now, don't do it yet. We still have one more to visit. But when that's done, be sure to comment below which one was your favorite. Just the perfect way to end a night. Now, as you come around this way, you can see that there is still areas for the kids to play. There's also seats. And see, they're all kind of sectioned off, so you can have like your own little spot, even in this big pool. Nice little bubbling feature up there. And just know, at the Wilderness on the Lake, if you're under 48 inches tall, you have to wear a life jacket as part of their Swim Safe program. So they do have life vests all over the place. The other thing that's nice is there's a very large, well-furnished deck with umbrellas and lots of covered tables. And then there's the outdoor-indoor hot tub. Now, if you're staying here, they also have lots of grills. We have a full resort tour on this Wilderness on the Lake. If you're interested, be sure to check out our other videos. Right inside of this location, there is a food area, and it's called Loon's Landing. It's right on the pool deck. They have pizzas, burgers, breadsticks, and then plenty of alcoholic beverages, sodas, and ice cream. Now, our last place is Cubby's Cove Water Park. It's indoor year-round, and I did put a little star on it. And that is because this area that we're looking at right now, as of today, publishing this video, this water area is going away. They are in the process of redesigning it. Now, inside there's still going to be the hot tub, and to the right-hand side there's still going to be the basketball and swimming area, but this is what they're going to replace it with. Now, I just did a full video on that, so if you're interested, be sure to take a look. It is going to be completed late fall of 2024. Their goal is for Thanksgiving, so if you are staying at the Wilderness on the Lake, please know that that could affect your plans. Now, as you can see over here, see there's like lily pads, and there's some bubbly waters, and a basketball area. That is still going to be available from what we understand. Obviously, things could always change, but that is the understanding at this point. Well, I really hope that you enjoyed this tour of all 8 of the water parks. So let's recap. Everything on the left is going to be all the indoor. The Klondike Cavern Water Park, the Wild West Water Park, the Cubby's Cove Indoor Water Park, and the Wild Water Dome Park. Again, double check all hours on the Wilderness's website. All of the seasonal water parks include the Lake Wilderness Water Park, the New Frontier Water Park, the Lost World Water Park, and finally, Cubby's Outdoor Water Park. I really hope that you enjoy this new style of video and editing. I am really working on creating the best content that I can for you for your travel planning to the Wisconsin Dells, Disney World, Disneyland, and beyond. So please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I would absolutely love to have you join me. There's no cost. And just know that if you click that subscribe button, you'll get notifications as to when we upload new videos. Thank you again, and I look forward to seeing you back again soon. Take care, everybody.